To do this community yoga flow today. This is a 30-minute, very gentle, very restorative practice. So for today, highly recommend more than one blanket, bolster, pillow, whatever you've got. I want you to make yourself as comfy, cozy as you possibly can today. So if you only have one, that's fine. But if you have more than one, then that would be great. So the first thing is we want to use a folded blanket when we find our grounding. So we'll begin with a grounding posture on some sort of folded blanket like this or a bolster like this. So I'll be using my bolster, but my blanket will be nearby. And honestly, if you're kind of chilly, cold, or whatever, you can always cuddle up with a blanket during this beginning part because we'll just be sitting, finding a seat. So go ahead and take your seat. I have my heart chakra singing bowl in front of me. So I'd like to bring up some heart chakra energy. So if you're feeling like maybe you're being affected by the full moon that's happening tomorrow night, hopefully this will help release and invite in a lot of good things. So let's go ahead and begin. We can find our hands to the knees, cross our legs, sit on our bolster, blanket, pillow, whatever we've got. And let's find a comfortable seated posture here. Our legs being crossed might be uncomfortable, so you can extend them, you know, whatever it is that you're like, I need this. So do that. And then if you're sitting in a chair, that's fine too. You can definitely practice or do this practice in a chair as well. So as we find our breath, find our movements, let's just become a little bit still, release any tension in our bodies. So as we find it, we inhale, open mouth, exhale, let it go. Deep inhale, open mouth, exhale, let it go. Deep inhale, open mouth, exhale, Bring your hands to your belly and give it a squeeze. Thank you, belly, for existing on my body and holding in all my organs. I love exactly the way you look. Do not change a thing. Send some love to that beautiful belly. I think we should have our bellies be our Valentines this year. Some belly love. So as we sit here and feel into the rest of our body, allow our shoulders to come away from our ears, our spine to sit tall, and maybe unclench your jaw, your forehead, any other place you might be holding tension. Allow yourself to feel completely grounded here. And then let's find our breath. So as we sip in the air slowly, we seal the lips and bring it through the nose. So inhale through the nose, and then we exhale through the nose as well. Inhale through the nose, exhale through the nose. As we sip in that air, we count. We count to 4, 5, or 6. And as we exhale, we find that same count, 4, 5, or 6. If we inhale for 4, then we exhale for 4. If we inhale for 5, then we exhale for 5. Make the front, the top and the last breath, the inhales and the exhales match. This should sound kind of like an ocean wave, and it should feel like you'd fog a mirror if you held a mirror up to your nose. Now as we sit here, I'd like to offer this intention of I am moving. Inhale, I am. Exhale, moving. Finding so many things in our life, we can associate these words to what comes up first. It could be a physical move, it could be a mental move, emotional, spiritual, work, finance, love. There's lots of different ways we can move in our life. Are we moving with intention? Maybe just ask yourself this. Am I moving with intention? Inhale, exhale. I am moving. I think the interesting thing about life is that it is always moving. And we just never know what direction to go in, even when you hit your 20s, your 30s, your 40s, your 50s. Like, you don't know. You just pick a path. And hopefully it's going in the direction of intention. So as we inhale and exhale, we move through life with intention. And we go back to that original affirmation. I am moving. Inhale, I am. Exhale, moving. As we sit here and just feel into this breath, is there anything that's coming up for you? Let it be. Notice if your shoulders begin to round or you're not sitting quite as tall as you once were. Adjust yourself in whatever way you need. With the eyes still closed, feel strong and tall and powerful in your body, just as you are here. Open your eyes and let yourself acclimate to the light in the room. Then inhale, we circle our arms, reaching up towards the sky, pressing our palms together. Exhale, bring them back to heart center. Inhale, we scoop again. Exhale, press, bring them back to heart center. We do this 2 more times on breath. On that next inhale, we scoop again, but this time it's like a beach ball is above our head. We're gripping it, shoulders are come away from the ears. If our shoulders are up here, work to move them down. We might bend back a little bit, look up, reach up, and then exhale, slowly lower all the way down, hands come out in front. Inhale, we lift, find a little length, and exhale, we fold. Maybe press into the sides of the belly where it meets the thigh and make room for that beautiful belly of yours. Inhale, we rise all the way back up to seated. We circle the arms, look up, reach up, lengthen, and exhale, we bring our hands down and we switch the direction of our legs. If you're sitting in a chair, maybe you just make your legs a little bit wider, or you can just do the same stretch a second time. Inhale, we scoop, look up, reach up, shoulders away from the ears, and then exhale, we fold all the way down. Press into the sides of the belly where it meets the thigh, and we find that forward fold. Let it feel good. Wherever you need the stretch, maybe a little extra on the left, a little extra on the right. Inhale, we rise. Coming all the way back up to seated, we circle the arms again, reaching up towards the sky, finding our beach ball, and find a gentle twist to the right. Both hands come down, left hand to left leg, right hand behind. Take a deep inhale, we lift the chest, and exhale, we twist, looking over that right shoulder. Inhale, we lift, and exhale, we twist. And then come back to center. Inhale, we scoop up, look up, reach up. Exhale, look to the horizon, and then find that twist on the other side. Both hands come back down, left hand behind, right hand to the right leg. Take a deep inhale, we lift and lengthen. Exhale, we twist, look over that left shoulder. Inhale, we lengthen. Exhale, we twist. And then come back to center. Inhale, we scoop up again, circle the arms, find our beach ball. Right hand comes down, left hand comes up and over for a side stretch. Lengthen, shift that left hip down. And then take this left hand and reach it out in front of you. The right hand comes, we hover. Left hand comes down, right hand comes up and over, other side, side stretch. Inhale, both arms come down. Let's find a few cat-cows and seated. Inhale, we bring our arms to cactus, lift up the chest, lift up the chin, look up, find an arch in our back, and then exhale, we round the back as we bring our forearms together. Inhale, opening the chest, opening the back. Exhale, rounding the back, pressing the forearms together. Find a few rounds of breath here, inhaling and exhaling, allowing yourself to move with the rhythm of your own breath. One more time. Inhale and exhale. And then bring your hands to heart center and take a breath here. And then let's find a restorative pose. So I'd love to explore lying on our backs. So here we can take our folded blanket, bolster, whatever. If it's under our hips, then grab it. If you have that blanket that's folded, make sure it's folded in a way that's maybe like long ways. And so as you put it on your back, it's right in the middle. So it kind of comes like right here. So our shoulders roll behind it. So if this was my back, this is where it would be. So let's place that on our mats. And in a way where this blanket, bolster, pillow, whatever you've got, will hit where your ribs are. So adjust yourself or whatever you need. We'll be in this pose for a few minutes, so if you tend to get chilly, use your blanket to cover up. Or you could even use it underneath your knees. So like I said, lots of different ways you can find comfort in yoga, especially when we do some restorative yoga. So allowing your back body to come down onto the bolster. You can cover yourself with your blanket or maybe bend your knees. Or you can bring that blanket under, that folded blanket under your knees so that your knees have that support and you can just like let it go. So let's close our eyes once we find this. Open up our shoulders, arms come off to the sides, and take some deep breaths here. We deeply inhale, open mouth, exhale, let it go. Deep inhale, open mouth, exhale, let yourself make a sound. Deep inhale, open mouth, exhale, 2 more times. Deep inhale, open mouth, exhale, last one on your own. Come to stillness here. Let's let ourselves sink in and maybe tap back into that intention. I am moving. We're in a pose that is an open heart pose. We're opening our heart to the universe, allowing ourselves to really feel in our back body, our shoulder stretch, and maybe even a little arch in our spine. So as we breathe, coming back to that Ujjayi, we seal the lips and breathe in through the nose and out through the nose. And we feel into all the places we're stretching. Our back body, our hips, our shoulders, the front of our chest expanding. Lots of different places here. Let yourself feel into all of the stretchiness. This is such a great pose, especially if we sit on our computers all day long. or are on our phones a lot, or any other time where we're hunched over, needing to focus for extended periods of time. This will help our back bodies become more aligned and stretched out and lengthened. So tap into that ujjayi. Let yourself really feel it here. We're here for maybe another 4 minutes. Let yourself sink down and just be as flat on the mat as we possibly can. You could even play with the arch in your back, like pressing it into the mat. Or we're just still, allowing ourselves to really sink here, breathing, finding that ujjayi. As we lie here, we can think about that intention. I am moving. What comes up for you when you think of it? Maybe you should ask yourself, am I moving? Do I need to move? Or maybe, why am I moving? Questions like this sometimes are easy to answer. We know the answers right away. We can answer them and move on. And sometimes we're like, I don't know. I don't know if I'm moving in the right direction. I don't know why I'm moving at all. Maybe I should be standing still. I don't know. And that is a valid answer. If we don't know, it's okay. We ask ourselves these questions because eventually we will know. And sometimes it takes asking the question to know. You can lie here with your eyes closed or open or soft gaze. Let yourself really melt here. Imagine the chest opening up, feeling into this space. Find that focus in the breath, deeply inhaling, and then slowly exhaling. Finding the rhythm that's the right one for you. Staying in this position without having to move very much, let's extend that left leg so that it's completely flat onto the ground. My right knee is still bent, and option to just stay here, just like this. If this feels okay and it's good, then you can stay here. If you'd like to open up and find a reclined tree, then do that. So knee comes off to the side. This flexes the spine maybe a little bit more. So feel into your body and let yourself do what it needs to do. If you need to maybe take that extended leg and plant the foot on the ground, but the knee is bent, that's okay. If you need to move the foot closer to you and find a flying butterfly where one knee is down, one knee is up, that's okay. So take your time here and maybe just explore the posture a little bit. Well, do I want to do this? How should I do this? I'm not sure. Let me try it. So just take your time, figure out whichever version of the pose we'd like, You could even bring your arms up and overhead, stretching out a little, lifting everything, and then exhaling, letting it go. And reminding yourself, like, trees take up space. So let yourself take up as much space as you want. And trees don't apologize. They don't say, I'm sorry for taking up space. They just do. They like break up sidewalks and houses, and people will build things around them because they're so majestic. So let's be a tree today. We think of ourselves as like majestical trees, floating our branches up to the sky. And breathe here. Find that ujjayi breath. On that next exhale, let's switch sides. So bend that left knee. And we switch. Right knee comes up. And if you need to adjust the spine at all, wiggle the hips, do that. And then extend that right leg and decide. Left leg then comes off to the side, and we open up that hip. Finding that reclined tree. Inhaling, lifting, reaching, maybe extending our branches. And since this is a different side, you can also find the version that works best for you. Each side is different. So maybe we bend the knee, the right knee, maybe we extend it. Whatever version feels right for you. Find that ujjayi breath. I am moving. It's interesting because like trees, they move as they grow. So that could be a version of you moving as well. As we inhale, we think I am. Exhale, we think moving. And their growth is so slow, you don't even see it happening. So sometimes when we're moving really slowly, we're still moving, but we don't feel like it, but we're still moving. And sometimes that's growth. Like our growth just takes time. And that's okay. Like we need to stop expecting ourselves to like grow from one day to the next, from 1 minute to the next. Like we have to take the time, we have to process on our own time and let ourselves be who we need to be. So as we sit here in this second side of tree, maybe we stretch out our branches, feel within this stretch a little bit more. And then when we're ready, bring both knees up to the sky and wiggle a little maybe. And decide, do you like having this underneath your back body for Savasana? Then do that. If this doesn't feel great and you're like, oh, I need relief, or let me try it without, then do that. So roll off of your bolster if you like and move it aside and let yourself find your Shavasana. Whatever version you'd like to do, then that's the version you should do. You could lie flat on your back with your legs extended, arms extended, down by your side. You could bend your knees, find your butterfly or tree, reclined tree. Find a version that feels the best for you and do that. You could even sit in your chair if that's where you're at. And once you find it, come to some stillness. Let this feel really good. Take a deep inhale and an open mouth exhale. Let it go. Deep inhale, open mouth exhale. Close your eyes and begin to just let go of any type of tension that's in your body or your mind. This can be task lists, to-dos, anything that might come up. These things do not serve you here. These things are only here for you after your yoga practice. If they come up, just observe them. have no judgment, and let them pass by. If you need a focus, think of our intention, I am moving. You can think of your body, how does it feel after gentle movement and restoration? And you could also think of the color green. That is the color of your heart chakra. That is the color of my beautiful singing bowl. I'm hoping you'll be able to hear. I'll play it for 1 minute for Savasana, and then we'll be silent for 3 minutes. So enjoy your Savasana. Begin to tap back into the breath. Take a deep inhale and an exhale. Wiggle fingers and toes. Circle out wrists and ankles. Take both hands overhead for a full body stretch. Let it feel sweet. Roll onto one side and gently push yourself up and find a comfortable seated posture. Bring your hands to your heart center. Tuck your chin and close your eyes, and thank yourself for showing up today and for being present in the practice. Amazing job, friends. Bring your thumbs to your third eye. The divine light within me honors the divine light within you. Thank you for practicing with me today. Yay! This is one of my favorite classes. I've been teaching it for almost a year, every Wednesday at 3 p.m. And so if you'd like to get an email reminder, then please be sure to sign up for the class. Otherwise, it's every Wednesday at 3 p.m. here on YouTube. So I appreciate all of your support, and if you haven't already, I'd love it if you subscribed and checked out all my other videos. I have tons of videos on here, so I appreciate you, and I'll see you next time.